So we like to say it's the smartest TV ever produced, and I think that's true. If you take a look at what's going on with normal TVs, just they're labeled smart just because they plug into the internet. So when we came out of stealth mode about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, everybody focused on the free concept that we were giving away free TVs. And that's really focused on the business model more than on the actual device. And I think what we're seeing now over the last couple months is now people are starting to focus on the beyond TV applications that we're delivering both to consumers and to advertisers, which is really exciting. From a consumer perspective, Ilya, the founder, basically said, this TV's on my wall, but it's the largest screen, but it's the dumbest device I have in the house. How do we make it smarter? Why do I have to go out and buy $1,000 mirror when it's just a TV and a camera? Why are the sound quality so poor because of the speaker? They've cut costs and taken prices out and make them cheaper. So we really focused on making the best possible television. So it's a 55-inch TV, it's a high-end soundbar, and we've developed with the second screen underneath, and we've developed a bunch of beyond TV applications. So we have a fitness application, we have Zoom on there, we have Watch Party on there, we have music on there with this high-quality sound. So what we're seeing is usage of that device, double what normal TVs are getting.
So it acts as almost like a complete entertainment and information hub with all those kinds of content that you.
Correct. If you think about the phone, when the phone came out, my first phone, I was still carrying a camera and I was still carrying a music device, and now all of a sudden the phone destroyed all those. So I think there's an opportunity to put more technology, more applications on this biggest screen in your house, and be exactly that, this hub.
So you mentioned advertisers. What could you tell us about advertisers?
Yeah, so advertisers. So we recognized that the branding component, the upper funnel component of TV, does one thing, and it does it really, really well. But there's no performance on TV. So what we've developed is a bunch of new ad units that are starting to collapse that funnel. So if you think about what we can do on our device is you can have a tier 1 auto ad on the top screen, and you can have a tier 3 dynamically linked tier 3 auto ad on the second screen. You can do the same thing, making it up for an insurance company, walking around with a little lizard or whatever, and they could have a business card on the bottom screen. So we recognize that the combined technology, the interaction between the two screens, enables advertisers to do a lot more with the device than they would with just putting a 30-second spot on a big screen. So we're really focusing on that. A couple things. We also have the data too. So to get a free television, I think we talked about this the last time. To get a free TV, you got to give us some demographics, some psychographics about your household, and enables us to target to specific households, whether that's defined demographic, geographic, or psychographic, or even behavioral. And then we have data because we have no restrictions on what we can take off the glass. We know what you're watching even in the walled gardens, and that's good for advertisers. It's and for example, if you're an ad seller in a fast service and you want to know your share of voice in the insurance category, there's nowhere to get that. There's no competitive intelligence on what's going on. We're able to do that.
Yeah, that is one of the difficulties with everything becoming walled garden now. And you hear advertisers that they want to get a holistic view of the consumer, but it's very hard to get it through Facebook, through Amazon, through Google.
Correct.
But you have a more unified view.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. If you wanted to manufacture a household level, a cross-platform household level impression file, so an ad for making up Mercedes, whether it's in linear TV or whether it's any of the streaming services, that's really, really complicated. We get it in a single source. It comes right off the device, and we can put it into a file and send it to an advertiser, and that's very unique in this space.
Yeah, I mentioned mostly those digital companies, but actually the streaming apps are also walled gardens too. I should clarify that.
No, exactly.
Well, looking ahead, Bob, is there anything that we should look out for with Telly? I mean, we've got the holiday season coming up. It's always a big time for consumer electronics and gifts and whatever else.
Yeah, no, I mean we're ready to scale. We're seconds away from scaling. We've done a pretty significant round of financing. We've used the last 6-9 months to really harden our business model, which enabled us to get financing. and we're about to hit the gas pedal and we'll scale. And so I think when you think about the next year, currently we're in a couple thousand homes. We're gonna more than triple that. And then we'll scale after that. I talk about we're the size of the Beacon Theater in New York today. Soon we'll be the size of the Sphere in LA, and then Michigan Football Stadium, and then the 10th largest cable company, and we'll still just scale like that. So that's what we're excited about doing, and I think we're in a good spot. Like I said, the advertisers are adopting what we're doing. They think that we're adding a lot of value. From the data side, I think we thread the needle between, panel-based measurement that lacks precision and long-tail, visibility on long-tail networks, and some of the hair that's on smart TV data. You have no first-party information like that. So I think we're really in a great spot for advertisers, whether it's, data targeting and measurement.